Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. Grafeleg is saying hello as well. We are both really excited to be here because we are continuing the story right where we left off. Well, Legolas and Gimli wants us to go to Indagir, but there are still a couple things we can do before actually heading into Indagir. The first thing we're gonna do is investigate the Corsair camp west of Glaniath, and yeah, let's see what we can find in that camp. I expect we will be sent back to Glaniath after dealing with the enemy here, most likely, and then we will also need to check Tumladen. And, well, before I forget, we have the matter of the Delta of the Edwy. We might want to check that just to complete that deed. Lotwen's suspicions were correct. Spookat's camp. Okay. Now, let us hope. Yeah, well, we can at least pull some of these guys. And if we hide behind this tree, we might force this sniper to move in. Alright. That went a little bit better. Let's see if we can now take care of Spookat's. Oh, Corsairs sneak, really? New quest, Smoke and Suspicions. Oh no, we can advance the quest now. Sorry. You have defeated Spookat's, making it easier to dismantle the Corsair presence here in the future. Seems that's it, because we only have now some crafting materials, well, crafting nodes in this area. And, okay. Oh, Indagir is right there, but if we go into Indagir right now, we will need to, well, advance or follow through the main quest there. That's gonna send us to someplace else entirely, so we're gonna avoid that for the moment. Yeah, but I really couldn't hold it. I double checked what the Slayer deeds in Upper Lebennin were. Turns out the only Slayer deeds in this area are for boars and the Crevine that we just unlocked in here. And if you ask me, that is a pain. This is once again 30 of those guys, and we have missed a couple of Crevine on our journeys through Upper Lebennin so far, but well, let's hope there is a spot where we can farm those Crevine as easily as we can farm the boars. And if that's the case, then that would be great. Now, there is something that we're gonna do before we go back to Glaniath. Thankfully, we have the milestone there, so it might be a little bit of a setback, but not too much. But we are actually gonna go there and discover the Delta of the Edwy. Funny enough, well, that is a location that we also had to discover when we were exploring Eastern Gondor on the pre-battle version. We're gonna check that in just a moment, but let me first go to the location. It's where I thought it would be the Delta. Well, if you know what a Delta is, you just need to look into the map, and then you can very easily spot where the delta of the Erwi is, where you need to go. That doesn't take away from the fact we need to backtrack for this one as well. What a shame. If I hadn't remembered about that deed, I would have gotten that delta before crossing the Erwi. It's just that I saw on the deed log, well, it had something to do with the Erwi, so I assumed the game would take us there as we make our way to King's Gondor. So I sort of checked that off my map, and I shouldn't have, but well. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit, hopefully not too much. It's really not that far. Maybe we can take care of some of these Avanks along the way. So at least that way it feels like we are making progress in here. Well, the Avank and the bees. Really. And just apply a dot in here. You have discovered the Erwi Delta. And we have here, well, a new quest that we have missed. Rust from their murky homes by the growing traffic along the Anduin River Avank have slithered onto the shores of the Erwi Delta. But, well, we have completed stragglers and new threats in Losarnak. We have new title. What else do we have? 5 LOTRO points. Scout of Losarnak renewed some virtue XP, that was just enough. And some reputation as well. You have explored Losarnak in great detail. 5 LOTRO points. Let me get this Avank and I'll show you what I meant in just a moment. Okay, we need to defeat 10 of these guys, so yeah, that will be enough to complete that deed for us as well. But as I was saying, well, this is the location we are right now in King's Gondor, Losarnak. But if we go to the pre-battle version of Losarnak, you will see we also needed to discover the Erwi Delta there. And there were a couple of quests that would have taken us to that location, so it was easier to spot, or easier to find on the pre-battle version of Eastern Gondor. So I think, oh my god, I think the depths were sorta relying on you having found that location before, and that way, yeah, they kinda expected you to know that one from your previous experience, so that way they didn't add any quest on any vector to this location. So they just expect you to find this on your own, and then you come in here and you are of course given this quest. And as you have seen in here, this location is crawling with Avanks, and it seems we have found a location where we can very easily farm the Slayer deeds of Avanks in Losarnak. As you have seen, we have completed that deed, Worm Slayer of Losarnak. We have unlocked the advanced tier, and we have completed the quest. You have defeated many Avank at the Erwi Delta and aided in the renewal of Gondor. 900 reputation. And well, this is the deed we just completed, and here we have the advanced tier. We need to defeat 60 of these guys, and once again, at this location, it's very simple to do. At least it looks like it would be very simple to do. So, yeah, it seems this is another one of those locations where we can come back here later and take care of that deed. But for the time being, let us focus on advancing through the rest of the area. Upper Lebennin, and then into Lower Lebennin. And who knows, maybe by the end of our journey on King's Gondor and before the release of the Umbra expansion, we might take a note from Renaissance Gaming own methodology, if you will, and just do a couple episodes or for grinding the Slayer deeds. I don't know, maybe. The only one that so far I haven't found a good place to farm is the Beast Slayer of Lozarnak, and well, now we also have the Crevine Slayer of Upper Lebennin. Those two might prove a challenge. Okay, this will take us to the beacon. We might need to check that beacon, but not yet. Let me first go to Tumladen and see what we'll find there. I'll think we have a handful of quests in there as well for us to complete. That's a bear. We don't need to do bears right now. Audio seems a little bit low. But maybe it was just me. Yeah, I had my headset a little bit too low. In any case, here we are in Tumladen. If you would give me a caravan anywhere around here, well, there is one over there. And who knows, maybe we'll find something interesting atop this sort of hill. Please don't lag. I mean, there are a couple of crows in here. Not enough to make this a reliable farming location for the deed, but good enough for the time being, at least. Hopefully the dots and the pleats will be enough for this one. Yeah, there we go. And after a short detour, we are finally here at Tumladen. You have discovered Tumladen, yeah. What is this? A map? A spider? Seems like there should be a quest about this thing over there. We're gonna grab the milestone? Maybe not. What we'll need to grab, though, is the Stables Master, yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of these things. It seems like... What, we will be investigating another mystery, maybe?
Greetings, friend!
No... A quest marker of any kind that I can see so far. Tumladen resident. It's been a while since we were here. This is the... No. This will not take us anywhere, it seems. Let me double check. Tales of Upper Lebennin. We need to complete 4 more quests. So there should be at least that amount in here. Well, I don't know. Maybe they also split Pelargir. So East Pelargir is Upper Lebennin and West Pelargir is Lower Lebennin. Did they do that on the pre-battle version? I don't remember that. It just feels so odd that Tumladen is such a big place and there is no other quest as far as I can see.
How can I be of service?
Ah, so you must be Beriathan. I was notified of your imminent arrival. I won't waste your time. To the north of Tumladen there is a cave known as Grafeleg. It is a well-known bird-den in these parts. Most of the townsfolk keep away from it. Our scouts chased a party of orcs to the cave, giving us the most unexpected of outcomes. The orcs have begun to use and corrupt the bears for their own nefarious purposes. We cannot allow this to continue in such close proximity to Tumladen. Go to Grafeleg and defeat the orc captain Zagrask and the Grafeleg matrons. If this unlikely alliance is to grow, it will only mean the worst of trouble on our doorstep. Yeah, well, I can see these being marked, but which one is the cave? More importantly, any other quest in here? Let me get on the horse and see if we can explore this a little bit faster, because it feels like there should be another quest somewhere around here. This looks like it will be a beacon. This counts as Upper Lebennin somehow, even though it is still Tumladen, is no beacon. Yeah, there's some overlapping on the maps, as you have seen. But anyway. And this one still counts as a Lazarnak quest. So weird. Well, let me double check if there is then any other thing to be found Tumladen before we go and look for this cave. The cave is to the north, right? North of Tumladen. So weird that there is no other questing here. Feels like it should. I'm repeating myself now, but it feels like it should. The Great Hall. I remember the Great Hall too. But once again, really weird. Nothing else in here. I do remember... I don't remember the name of the lady of Tumladen, but I do remember us meeting her with Ankbor, letting her know about Aragorn and the Black Fleet that was leaving Pelargir. I remember that much, but she's no longer in here. Where did she go? Why there are no more quests in here? It feels like I'm missing something. But yeah, as far as the eye can see, I mean, the town was really small. Not in the scale, but in the things that are interactable in here. I mean, we have a couple vendors and that's it. That feels so strange. Let's see if we can find a way out into the forest that we can see on this map, because doesn't seem like it. Do we need to go to the beacon now? God, this is a little bit confusing. Well, this seems like an easy way out, at least. You would let me climb on this? Yeah. Well, there are a couple more crows at least. There's one here. There is another here. Let me see if maybe by applying our dots we can take care of these guys. Once again, trying to avoid the Corsairs a little bit. There we go, Grafeleg bear. Seems we are on the right track once again. As you can see here, I'm once again collecting tokens of heroism. I did take the time to spend some of those tokens on one of my ults, so that I could go back to farming the tokens here. Grafeleg fugitives. That's the Orcs, right? It's gotta be the Orcs. Grafeleg bear. Please tell me we are approaching the cave. Well, there's plenty of bears in here, so I'm inclined to believe we are. Oh, screw you! I was almost out. Seems this is another way into Tumladen. Come on. All right. What now? How are we doing with the Slayer Deed? We still have plenty of crows to defeat before we make any significant advance on that one. And the cops, of course, don't know what's best for them, and they will keep attacking. So it seems we also need to avoid the bear cops. But we could still use some more crows. Oh, that was a close call. Oof. Oh my god. That was, yeah, maybe a little bit too reckless, but we are approaching the cave. You can see there some of the barricades built by the Orcs. So it seems we are on the right track. Oh, please don't lag on me now. Come on! Christ! It's not a good time. Well, I just remembered I also added strength of morale to my quick bars. The heal it provides now, it's really good. but much like the old days, it should be your last resort. It has such a long cooldown. Really should be your last resource, yeah. The last thing you try before you die. There we go. And let's try not to pull a lot of guys in here because that would be bad. Please stop that. Grafeleg matron. Okay. Let's try this one. Oh, Jesus. Really? There we go. You see, that's what I meant. The last thing you ever try. You have discovered Grafeleg. Okay. We got the matron. And we need 2 more bears. Jesus. The lag is really not helping today. It never helps, of course, but today is really bad. Worst thing of all is just micro freezes most of the time. Enough to throw you off, but really not that big in the big scheme of things. Die, 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 die! Oof. That was another close call. Let's enter the cave. Well, the bear is done. An attack. So we can try and pull these orcs in here. They're gonna kill me, right? Yeah, they did. Luckily enough, we have a revive available. It wasn't that bad. So let's give it another try. We cannot die on this one. Alright, perfect. That's good enough. Is the matron gonna aggro on us? No. Awesome. But I didn't see this guy over here. So we need to take care of him before we move on. Oh my god, please don't do that. Let's see if we can force this guy to move towards us and not aggro the bear. Oh, for God's sake, you really got to be kidding me. The cops who don't know what's best for them, they'll insist on attack you, and they really shouldn't. Grafeleg deserter. Okay, that doesn't look good. God, really? Alright, here we have Sagrask, and he's surrounded. With a little bit of luck, we can pull him, just him. Because surviving 2 matrons, 2 bears and a cub seems like a tall order for us right now. Let's see how lucky we are. Yeah. Let's take him here. Okay. Seem to be doing good thanks to the cash outs. Oh, defeated Zagrask. Good lord. Thank you. There doesn't seem to be anything else in this cave, so we can safely leave. Oh, really? Stupid cop. God's sake, yeah, leave me alone and leave me leave. Let me leave. The orcs, they don't advance any deed, they don't provide us with anything really good to justify us fighting them. Same here, it's just that we cannot risk, we cannot allow the luxury of just pulling everything and hoping they get tired of pursuing us, so I'm not going to do that. There's a crow in here. I can try and fight him. Apply some dots. Leaf. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, please die. Now, let's look for a way back to Tumladen. I don't know if through here it will be... If we'll find a way through here. Well, we can try. It seems there is. There is a way back. Well, not the way back I was hoping for, but is a way back. We're gonna take that. Oops. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Yeah, it seems there's really nothing else to do in here.
Need.
A job well done, Beriathan. With Zagrask gone and the Grafeleg clear, the townsfolk can walk freely in peace. Tumladen thanks you this day. And it seems that was it. I can hardly believe it. That doesn't seem right. Is that truly it? Really? Once again, doesn't seem right. Maybe at some point the epic will have us come here, the main quest. I really want to check that out before I leave. In the meantime, we can try and double check the quests in here. There are a couple more quests in Tumladen, but I don't know, maybe we need to progress a little bit more in upper Lebennin and lower Lebennin to unlock them. I mean, we're basically done with lower Lebennin unless we can find those other quests in Tumladen that we have not unlocked. But maybe here in the beacon we'll find something that will take us there. You have discovered a seer tank. We have completed reclaiming upper Lebennin a little bit earlier than I intended, but there was nothing we could do on that regard because once again, you would remember we got this Pelargir location when we were doing the shipwrecked mariner, and that means, well, that threw us off balance a little bit. But anyway, we have unlock some more virtue XP. Mercy is now level 26. Some more reputation. We have a title, Traveler of Upper Lebennin renewed. You have explored Upper Lebennin in great detail. 5 LOTRO points. And that seems to be it. But now let me double check here. There is another quest in Tumladen that we missed. Let me see if I can get it to open. That's what I thought. In the meantime, we can grab some of these. Seems there is an item I missed. Is it a miss? It seems. Or, once again, we cannot use it until we complete another quest that would open this one. But I was checking about... I don't know. There's no hurrying here. We still have some time to investigate Tumladen more fully. More thoroughly as well. Because yeah, I don't see anything here. If I've been reading this correctly, it should be here. Doesn't seem to be here. Yeah, a settlement as big as this one and only one quest, that doesn't seem right. I don't know where I'm... I don't know where I'm going. Bunch of blackberries. No. Huh. Abandoned wagon, strange file. Okay, so... The thing is, you would remember we got this quest to come and check out Tumladen from the Beacon of Minlos. So the game, seems, was actually expecting you to take that road from Minlos to Tumladen, and that way you would stumble upon this file and this abandoned wagon that we have seen in here. So I don't know what else we might have missed in here. But let me take care of these crows once again with the best interests of the deed in mind. And then let me see what we have here. The wagon is abandoned with evidence of recent use. Inside the wagon are scattered files of a green ichor that look eerily similar to you. Beside the wagon is a spilled phial. There could have been a struggle here. A trail marked Indagir. Huh. The scattered files have left a trail, and that is the one that we need to follow that I told you looked very suspicious. So it seems now we are investigating what became of Indagir, the guy that we met, in Bile of Ifrinn during the Return to Khorne Doom instances. It seems to follow the road. Yeah, he took... my god, what was the name of that concoction? This one is headed into Tumladen. Well, he escaped. He fooled us and he escaped with us. And he was looking, of course, very Corsairs. So we already know where he's headed, but it seems we got some clues, some more clues as to his whereabouts. It goes further into Tumladen. This one leads up to the road right. Up the road to the right, sorry. The spills are getting closer together. Ah, the wagon driver. There is an injured wagon driver.
What can I do for you?
Huh? Who are you? The wagon driver rubs his eyes and tries to focus on you. My wagon? The driver nods his head. Some fellow requested a ride all the way to Indagir. I was happy to oblige, but I noticed the files he was carrying with him had a very pungent and off-putting odor. I questioned him about it and he got defensive and hit me. Tried to steal the wagon. One of the patrols noticed and gave chase, so he grabbed what he could of his quarry and ran off. I don't know where he is. I am sorry. Oh my god, Indagir once again seems to have escaped. I am really eager to catch up with him, because we have a score to settle, of course. Just that, I don't know. Once again, we seem to have missed many quests. I mean, we have Musek's camp and Harvest camp, and we are already being sent into Pelargir. So I don't know, it seems like we really are missing something here. I don't know. Yeah, we still have some time. Let me go back to Glaniath. It seems one of these camps, one of these enemy camps, we just missed by a couple steps because it's located really close to Boar's Wallow. This will give us the chance of completing that deed as well. And there is another one that is a little bit south of Glaniath. Not entirely sure how we missed that one in particular, but we have those two items to double check, and as far as I know, we are still missing one quest as well. One entire quest in this Upper Lebennin region. Not quest line, just a singular quest that I'm not sure how to pick up or how to complete. Sack of fresh vegetables, harvest camp. It seems this is the one that we were missing. Oh my god. That's not what I wanted to do. Please, just die, all of you. Oh. Oh, I didn't see it! Christ! Let's get to the other camp then. We are closer to that one, but it seems that sack of vegetables that we saw in there is the one quest we are missing in Upper Lebennin King's Gondor. I will still need to double check this one out. That's once again the downside of doing this for the first time for the channel. There are things that are easy to miss, and it seems here in Upper Lebennin there are even more of those. Now, note, there is a note. Mushek's camp. So we have stragglers and new threats in Upper Lebennin. Once again, a title, Mercy is level 27. 5 LOTRO points, some more Virtue XP and Reputation. And the title, Scout of Upper Lebennin Renewed. You have explored Upper Lebennin in great detail. And 5 LOTRO points. We are making good progress for the Metadit. Let me see if I can grab the note. No. This, however, it seems a little bit more manageable than the one we had before. So hopefully we can... For God's sake. Oh, really? Could you please? Thank you. Let me see this note. Corsairs near Halak. This note details Halak's guard rotations, taking special care to point out potential weaknesses. You ought to bring this note to Citadel in Halak. Okay. So once again, when the main quest takes you to Halak and Glacial asks you to deal with the enemies on your way to Halak, it seems somehow you were supposed to stumble upon this one and get this quest. Yeah, not the most intuitive design, quest design here in Upper Lebennin. Once again, this one was really close to Boar's Wallow. I'm not sure how we missed this one. And it's really close to Halak as well, so it's really not that out of the way. It seems I was just a little clumsy on my part. And we missed that one. But at least it was really short. A really short setback. We can talk to Cúdor now. A circle!
We must strive to defend our newly gained peace.
The Corsairs have been scattered since the war's end. A handful of foolhardy ones do not pose us a significant threat, but it's best to be cautious. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'll pass the information on. So Azorko has decided to finally show himself up, and there is no quest for that either. Is that the one that we're gonna get in a Harba's camp? Maybe? So let me grab my steed and once again check that one out. I hope we have enough time for that. We just need to grab the sack of vegetables and defeat Harba, of course. We have a score to settle with him as well. No, we are gonna farm Avank later. Now that we know the location where we can easily farm Avanks, I think we can safely skip those. That is, if they don't kill us first. Let's hope we are lucky. There are some more bees. Alright. So this goes for the second try against Harba and his minions. We have 5 minutes left on our strength of morale, so we cannot count on this one. But we have the portent. I have forgotten about that one. So yeah, I think we really need to at least get some extra survivability. Maybe try some buffs. Maybe this will be overkill for what we are about to do, but you never know. We prep an exaltation of battle, and here we go. Yeah, this seems to be overkill, but it's better safe than sorry. And of course, we pulled these other guys as well. So once again, better safe than sorry. Oh, come on. Oh, this goes a little bit better. Ah, stop it! Yeah, thank you. Sack of fresh vegetables. This sack contains fresh vegetables that must have been harvested very recently. However, would the Corsairs have easy access to a farm? It's more likely that they stole the vegetables. The farming community of Glaniath lies north of this Corsair camp. Perhaps you can find their rightful owner there. So this one doesn't take us to Glaniath, to Halak, sorry. Yeah, I still feel like I'm missing something in here because Azorko moved into Halak with Iradon, and that seems like we should have something else for that. Another quest of anything, really. I mean, we still need to complete 2 more quests for the deed of Upper Lebennin. Ah, it's Anavin. Ah, yeah! You notice vegetable sacks piled in Anavin's wagon.
The king has come again to Gondor.
My, what a surprise! Those Corsairs forced me into handing over several sacks of Glaniath's harvest. We can't recover everything, but I dare say your actions may have caused them to think twice about doing so again. Okay. Yeah, you might remember when we were doing the quests here in Glaniath, somebody told us that Annabin had lost some sacks to the Corsairs, so it seems that was the only clue we had to finding that quest, so at least there was something, but that still is very weird. And on top of that, we are still missing 2 quests to complete the Tales of Upper Lebennin Renewed. So I'm still struggling a little bit with this.
How can I be of service?
Let me go back to Halag and double check that then, because what's the deal? What gives? Yeah, I don't know. You are missing something, and I don't know what that might be. We might still have some time to double check that, or me to at least identify what's that I'm missing. So I'll hope you'll excuse me going here to show completed. Hopefully this will not take too long to load. But it usually does. Okay. So we need to go here to letter K. King's Gondor, Upper Lebennin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let me see. I'm cross-referencing this with the wiki. Adenophil intent is Lotharnak, right? So yeah. Lingering troubles in Lebennin is the one I'm still haven't found. A trail marked Indagir. Is in here. So that is Lotharnak as well for whatever reason. Lingering travels in Lebennin. I don't know what that one is. Feeding the pigs after the war. Annaven's delivery service. Smoke and suspicions. All for some greens. Oh. That one I don't have, it seems. I know, yeah. There it is. Helping Halag, the rebuilding process. Yeah. Corsairs near Halag, we just did. The mystery supplier. And a softer future. So how in earth I'm still 2 quests away from completing the deed? I don't know. I will need to double check this, and I also need to see. Yeah, I will need to double check this with more detail, and I don't want to take more of your time, so apologies for this. I was planning on finishing Upper Lebennin on this episode, so then on the next one, which is episode 600, and is a big milestone, we could celebrate that by going to Pelargir. And that is still the plan, but I still need to double check what I'm missing in Upper Lebennin before going there. For the time being though, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.